Hi beautiful, welcome back to day number 3 of Magnetica Activated. I've been having so much fun sharing all these juicy tips with you about activating your magnetism, embodiment, sensuality, and all the beauty about feminine energy. And speaking of which, we're gonna talk about trust, surrender, and receiving. Okay, so the most beautiful traits of the divine feminine energy and the most important to activate your magnetism. So if you haven't watched day 1 and 2, go back to my profile. Both of them are already in there on Instagram, Facebook, and my YouTube channel. So let's begin with the factor of trust and surrender. Remember that to activate your magnetism, you need to have full believability that your desires are coming to you. And the biggest work that you can do for this is working on your self-worth. We talked about that on part 2. And another factor for this, very important, is the ability to trust and surrender. So many women come to me saying that they can trust and it's hard for them to let go of the need of control, so it's hard for them to surrender, right? Let me know if you relate with this in the comments below. And yeah, so how do you learn to trust and surrender? And honestly, I totally hear you if you relate to the fact that it's hard for you to let go of the need of control, because I have been there, definitely, so long. The biggest shift for me to learn to surrender has been this: knowing that when you have already done everything that you could do, in this case, let's see, for your desire, when you know that you've done everything that you could do, that is the moment to surrender, let go, and trust. That is the moment to do this, because how do we get to burnout and to the forcing and to the drying and the pushing? We get there because we never feel like it's already we've done enough already. And that is when we fall into the doing just for the sake of proving ourselves. Does it make sense? So a great way to do this is that when you're formulating your plan of action and flow to create and magnetize your desires, is that you bring in your intuition and your higher self. Your higher self always knows what is there to do to magnetize your desires. But when you do your plan of action, and when you are acting based on your ego, the fearful part of you and the little you that has so many fears and limitations, that is when we just do for the sake of doing and proving ourselves. Another beautiful shift and thing to keep in mind is that everything that happens is happening for you, and everything is part of a bigger plan. If you are not getting your desire in the moment and in the form that you wanted to, is because there is something bigger coming for you. Not long ago, I heard this beautiful phrase that says, worry ends when faith begins. And it is so true. That is when your faith in the divine, in the universe, source, or God, whatever it is for you, this bigger force, that is when your faith begins and comes in to trust and to let go. If you know that you are in partnership and you're listening to your intuition, your higher self, not doing just to feed your ego, if you know that you're doing everything from your higher self, that is when you can let go and trust and surrender. And here is the thing: when you are in full state of flow and surrender, trust and surrender, which is flow, remember that the universe is never gonna say no to you. The universe will answer yes or not yet, or there is something better for you. Remember this. Have this in mind, that there will never be a no. It might be a yes, it might be a not yet, or there is something better for you. And that is a beautiful way to keep your faith and your trust in the bigger plan. Just see your current life. Look around and think about it and reflect on how everything that you've been through so far up until now has prepared you for where you are right now. And that is when you can also shift from life is happening to me, this victimhood mode, to life has happened for me, this beautiful way to come back to your power. Okay, please let me know how this is landing for you, if this is all making sense. Now let's move to the part of receiving. How do we learn to receive? Woman and feminine, the feminine is nurturing by nature, so we are givers, right? But divine feminine is also receptive, and this is a trait that we don't cultivate much. We are so used to even when we can't even receive a compliment. Like, how many times have you denied a compliment right away? And so cultivate receiving and start by the little things and receive in every area of your life. If you are not attracting your desires with ease, is because a lot of the times you might be sabotaging your process, sabotaging the journey. If you are not prepared to receive your desire, you end up sabotaging it. So practice, maybe start by practicing receiving pleasure. For example, go to the bathroom either with your partner or with yourself, and go with the full openness to receive. How can you be more open to receive more pleasure? Or in your daily life, in the house, in work, how can you be more open to receive help? If you see, a lot of the times, because we want to be seen as strong and independent woman, we think that it is not right to ask for help. It is weak to ask for help. But it is actually a strength. If you are not open to receive the little things, how can you be open to receive your big desires? I would love to hear, how are you gonna be more open to receive? Okay, and if you want to go deeper into all this beauty of embracing the divine feminine, activating your magnetism, and embodiment, feeling juicy in your body, sensuality, I have amazing news for you. Sexy and Magnetic, my 4-week group program to do this, is launching today. We only have 10 spots available for this, and one already has been claimed. Yes, so this is a 4-week program in a group for the woman, the spiritual woman who wants to embrace her divine feminine in order to activate her magnetism, to attract her desires with ease and ultimate flow. So if you're ready to activate your magnetism and claim your magic, claim your femininity, and claim this beautiful connection with your body, this is a perfect program for you. Message me and we can see if this is actually an aligned fit. Okay, very excited for this. Remember, only 9 spaces available now, And so yes, message me for early bird bonuses, and I hope you really enjoyed this 3-day video series all about magnetism, because I really enjoyed sharing these tips with you. Sending you so much love. See you next time.